Clarice and John. In preparing for today's little talk, I just decided to think of a word, journey. And so, on this journey that you're about to embark on, I realize that both of you are engineers, and that you, as engineers, you are very good at attention to detail. You're very smart, and that's both a very positive quality. However, life is more than just being smart. As a father, I would say and support you to love one another, be kind to one another, grow and continue to grow each day. And as Jesus tells us many times, be not afraid. And so if you're ever in a situation where you feel afraid, just ask yourself, if I weren't afraid, what would I do? Then do it. We all have the gift of free will, and I would ask that you choose wisely. Know yourself. There are a number of opportunities for growth and needs. We have our physical needs, emotional needs, and spiritual needs. And most important are the emotional needs. Don't forget about them. Acknowledge them and experience them. There are certain things in life that you have to just experience. And so don't be afraid of emotion, because you're going to have lots of it. Be whole and complete. And that's a part of, it's physical, emotional, and spiritual. So be whole and complete. Be a complete person for each other. And you deserve that. Give that gift to each other every day. And as I mentioned, you're both engineers, and you pay particular attention to detail. And so I was thinking, well, what's your game plan? Did anyone see the itinerary for this wedding? The detail? So, my hope for your game plan would include to pray, and to pray always. Not everything can be planned out by us. Seek first God's plan for you. Pray more. Less words, more action. In the inevitable, arguments will happen or occur. Establish rules for engagement, for arguing, and avoid forbidden words like always, never, you, blah, blah, blah. Love is a decision. In difficult times, decide to love. And then there's also the saying that every good marriage has at least 2 arguments a week. Cling. The Bible tells us that in marriage we leave our mother and father and cling to our spouse. And then also I'm reminded too of a grain of wheat. Unless a grain of wheat dies, it cannot have new life. So, just as a grain of wheat, we all have to die in order to experience or have new life, die to ourselves. And so, with that, I want to let you know, Clarice, that I'm no longer your number one guy. That Jonathan, you're number one for Clarice. And also for Jonathan, your mom's no longer the number one lady in your life that Clarice is. And so love one another. Love one another and put each other first. Because that's what God wants. And then lastly, I'm reminded of a story. It's an allegory. It's from the book Hind's Feet on High Places. And the main character, her name is Much Afraid. And Much Afraid is handicapped and has a deformity. And she lived in the valley of fear among the fearing relatives. And she had a desire to be with the Good Shepherd, and the Good Shepherd knew that. And so, to help her on her journey, the Good Shepherd sent her 2 companions, sorrow and suffering. And it wasn't until Much Afraid accepted sorrow and suffering that she was able to make that journey to high places. And then when she got there, she was transformed into grace and glory. And so, on this journey, may God allow you, or may you allow God to transform you as you go on your journey. And God bless you both. Love, Dad.
Let's give appreciation to all our toast givers and to Jonathan and Clarice as well. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Show them. There are 2 beautiful cakes over there.